Dahapata uze walalo hatua. 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 Dahapata uze walalo.
This is what we're doing, is reversing deserts. This entire area is becoming a desert, and so we've developed this program for reversing deserts using nitrogen fixing trees, which we're going to see in our nursery down on the Wasanira River on the Nguruman escarpment. But this is a classic example of an area where 10 years ago this was full of trees and beautiful grasslands, and now it's totally denuded. So what we're trying to do here is replace the sources of fuel wood for charcoal. And so Lucina is an ideal candidate because it's a fast growing tree. It grows about a foot a month. In 36 months it produces you an excellent crop for charcoal. They're nitrogen fixing, and nitrogen fixing trees are special. Each one has its own rhizobium bacterium, which forms a colony on the root, a nodule on the root, and fixes atmospheric nitrogen, which it supplies to the tree and the soil, so it improves soil fertility. And these trees are quite water friendly. They're not like eucalyptus or other trees that require huge amounts of water, so they're excellent for our process. So trees like Lucina can solve the fuel crisis. And then we have Kaliandra, which is a high protein fodder crop, which we are using to solve the overgrazing issue. And 1 hectare of Kaliandra can replace 20 hectares of grazing. And so we want to move the communities into more of a not total zero grazing situation, but set up blocks of Kaliandra that they can move their herds from in series, so that you have structured grazing, and then allow the land to be restored. Get the grass fields, the plains restored, and as we're now retreeing the areas as well, you're bringing it back to its former beauty. But also, as soon as we start getting these areas reforested, the microclimate is going to change. The rainfall is going to improve, and the area will start becoming less arid.
Well, starting this project in such a remote area, we've had to put up a camp, obviously for people to stay, and also to protect the nursery, which you can see over here has been established. The fencing here is an elephant-proof fence, which is necessary because the elephants that keep migrating in and out. There's a lot of wildlife around here. In fact, the only thing that is not in this area is the rhinoceros, but there are lion, leopard and cheetah, as well as the other big antelope like buffalo and eland. Our fence is powered by solar power. Same is true of our water system, which pumps water out of the river.
It's very much possible for us as a school to come up with our own nursery. I mean, what would stop us? Because we have the water, we have the children who are willing to learn this. All that we might lack is the technical advice. Otherwise, we have the ideas. It's just the technical advice that we lack, of which I believe if we are trained and given the capacity, then we're in a position of passing on the same to the children. And you see, once we do this to the kids, it doesn't remain with the school, because kids do close and they go home. Once the kids get home, we'll be reaching a wider community using a very small target group. And you see, once you empower a child, this child, let's say, is around 10 years. This child grows with that empowerment, and the child passes it on to others. So it becomes very, very good for posterity. Right now here we've planted about 2,000 trees, but we still feel these are not enough. We still want to plant more and more.
I was thinking one of the key aspects to what we're doing is the actual training that will go along with every part of our project. In anything that you're doing, people are absolutely key. And we want to implement this project in such a way that we don't make people dependent, but that we truly empower people and respect their dignity and see people grow and become all that they can potentially be?
Since we started the project, we met with Adam, and then we talked about the community. We first have a training to teach about the leadership, but the community has to be taught about the leadership and how the project is going to run. And the community has really benefit, since there are plenty of land which are just there for nothing, and then we want to use the land.